Hello, everyone. It is Friday night, and by the time you're listening to this, it is 9:40 p.m. in Northern Colorado. Happy Friday, everybody! I'm really glad some of you are, that most of you, actually, for that matter, made it through another week or are about to keep working. And yeah, I sincerely hope everybody's having a great day, had a great week. I'll tell you what, I had a pretty good week. It was busy but good. It was filled with a lot of fun stuff and challenges, which I'm embracing. So I think one of the news challenges I'm going to be facing will be on Thursday when I go visit for a preview class over at Orange Theory Fitness. And so for some of those who do not even know what Orange Theory Fitness, it's a what do you call it, circuit training. So it's almost like circuit training, but what I really like about it is that the coaches will modify all the workouts who if a person like me, is recovering from a knee replacement, have a best shoulder and elbows, they're willing to work with you. So I'm actually excited for it. But they told me to bring a towel. I have active wear, I have gym sneakers, I have a water bottle, but they told me to bring a towel, and I'm like, yep, I'm gonna be whipped up into shape. And it's an hour-long class. I have to be there 30 minutes before class time. So I'm actually looking forward to it. And I'm really hoping they can help me. I mean, my leg strength has been so much better. So have my knees. And shout out to all the people supporting me through this. Thank you all for your support. And I cannot have done without you all. And I know you guys just gotta keep giving me support because we're far from over, but it's a start. So before we discuss tonight's band, which by the way it's gonna be country. Another thing I want to address is that Cheyenne Frontier Days have not released the artist lineup for their Stampede. So I decided that I'll do another special episode and give you guys a view of the Cheyenne Frontier Days concert lineup. And Cheyenne is obviously bigger than my Stampede, the Greeley Stampede, and but they have a good lineup, pretty good lineup. So we'll see. Man, if Brooks and Dunn ends up at Cheyenne, I'll go for that one. I know Kiss is out of the question, so I don't know if I'm going to be showing up to a whole lot of rock concerts, but time takes time. Timing is everything, people. But anyway, I'm going to do a special on that as well. I'm still working on guests, and that's okay. It will happen. Just takes time, people. Keep on, keep it on. So for us Toby Mac people who didn't go to the concert, or those who know Toby Mac or whatever, he was in Denver last night, and I couldn't make it. And unfortunately, the concert was canceled. According to Nine News, he was performing at Ball Arena. And so, according to the Nine News article, fire at Ball Arena forces Toby Mac concert to be postponed. The fire was put out by sprinklers and no injuries were reported. The fire at the downtown Denver Arena started around 6:15 p.m. It was only put out by sprinklers, obviously, The arena was evacuated due to the fire. Firefighters initially said the audience would be let back in and the concert would go on. The concert, which was set to start at 7 p.m., was canceled just after 7:30. Now, this is really great about the Toby Mac's team, his team. Ball Arena said later Thursday evening that the concert has been rescheduled for Wednesday, March 9th. So all tickets for the original date will be honored at the rescheduled date. The arena said the Ticketmaster will contact ticket holders with more information. And this is what Toby Mac said on Twitter. We're so sorry this happened to all of us, Denver. But between the arena, the promoter, the bands, the crew, and everyone involved, we're going to make it happen on March 9th. Thankful no one was hurt and looking forward to being together soon. And so, and that's great. And I would like to go. I mean, I still would like to go, but I can't really do it right now, obviously. But I know he's going to be putting a good show. And so far, based from the reports and reviews from fans and music critics, critics, the tour is just going great. And of course, this shouldn't be surprising. I've seen Toby twice, and he's just been dynamic. I love him. Everybody knows that. Well, it's most of you know that his music has really helped me through my challenges, and it still is. I can honestly tell you, I listen to Toby Mac music every day. And if you guys really want to know what my favorite Toby Mac song is, which I don't think I ever mentioned, it's actually the song "Eye on It." Got my eye on it. Dun, 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 dun. That's actually one of my favorite songs by him. And he has performed it twice when I see him live, and it just gets better and better. Another news article that crossed my mind, it was just recently. According to today, I was reading about the Stanford soccer team captain Kay Mayer, how her parents are speaking now about her death. So I'm just gonna read you guys the article, and this is just heartbreaking. And I'll give you guys my thoughts. This is just the journalism nerd in me. I mean, yeah, it's just so anyway, the parents of Stanford University soccer star Katie Meyer believe their daughter's fear over potential disciplinary actions from the school may have contributed to her death earlier this week. Steve and Gina Mayer are speaking out in the hope of preventing other parents from facing the same tragedy after confirming a statement by an official from the county of Santa Clara on Thursday that their 22-year-old daughter died by suicide. The promising soccer goalie, who was just months away from graduation, was found dead in her dorm room on Tuesday. She died by suicide, Gina Meyer told NBC News' Stephanie Gosk on today, Friday. The last couple days are like a parent's worst nightmare, and you don't want to wake up from it. It's just horrific. I don't even think it hit us yet. We're still in shock, but we had no red flags. And this is where I kind of got one. The more information they gathered on the story, you kind of really feel really bad for everyone. I mean, plus, this is just horrible in general, but this is what the information picked up that caught my attention. Here we go. So in their search for answers over Kay's death, the couple said they believe she received an email regarding a potential disciplinary action from the university. Kay, being Katie, was defending a teammate on campus over an incident, and the repercussions of her defending that teammate were possibly resulting in disciplinary action, Stephen Mayer said on Today. We have not seen the email yet, Gina said. We have been getting letters for a couple months. This letter is kind of the final letter that there was going to be a trial of some kind of something. This is the only thing that we could come up with that triggered something. Stanford University issued a statement to Today regarding Meyer's belief that their daughter potentially faced discipline by the school. Our entire community is devastated by Kay's death, and we share our deepest condolences with Kay's family and everyone who knew her at Stanford, across the country and around the world. Kay touched so many lives. We're not able to share information about the confidential student disciplinary matters. We as a university community continue to grieve with Kay's family and cherish her memories of her. Gina and Steve Mayer now wonder if the combined pressure of school and sports was too much for their daughter. There is anxiety and there is stress to be perfect, to be the best, to be number one, Gina said. The Myers' final conversation with their daughter was on FaceTime just hours before she took her own life. She was excited, Gina said. She had a lot on her plate. She had a lot going on, but she was happy. She was in great spirits. Just the usual jovial Katie, Stephen said. Her teammates also remember Katie for her vibrant presence. So, it's a long article. So, for me personally, it breaks because yes, it could be scary. I mean, I have never been into disciplinary trouble, any kind of education by any means, but yeah, I mean, that can definitely one of the factors. I think the other factor too could be just the stress of wanting to be a professional, wanting to be, and I think sports and school in the mix can be stressful. School alone can be stressful. Then there's none of that. And, my heart breaks out for them. And I'm praying for them. That's just hard. That's just tough. And mental health is not a joke, people. That's just awful. I don't wish on anyone. I do not. All right, so we're gonna move on a little bit here. So just keep those people, you know, in your thoughts and prayers, good vibes, whatever. And definitely keep Ukraine under your thoughts and prayers and good vibes. I mean, that's just scary times. But it was cool. Speaking of Ukraine, something came up on my YouTube earlier, and it was how Zeus staff at Ukraine refused to leave because they couldn't leave behind the animals. So the zoo staff literally found a way to move all their animals somewhere safe, and they stayed behind to take care of them. That is dedication, people. That's huge. In the midst of this scary, huge war, there's something beautiful happening. And also, even strangers saving abandoned animals. I mean, give those people credit too. I can tell you, if I was stuck in that situation, I would be saving animals as well and helping people. So that's what I would be doing. All right, so first and foremost, let's get the shout outs rolling here. So the first shout out goes to my good friend Royce Eddings. He has a YouTube show called Royce in the House. And I'll tell you what, last Sunday's show of Alice Cooper was amazing. And it's great. It's just so fun talking about Alice Cooper. I don't know if it's because of the music or how people perceive him. It's just very. I just like talking about him because obviously if you stuck around last Sunday, I actually got called up to go to go live on his show, and I was kind of telling him how my dad, views him as a freak, and I'm like, he's not a freak. It's like judging like a book by its cover. He's not. He's actually a very smart person, a very intelligent. I'm not laughing at it. It's true. I'm just laughing at my dad thinking that. I'm like, you're buying. Okay, like, look, no, he's not a freak. He's a very intelligent person. He knows this stuff, and he's a Christian. He loves God. He loves Jesus. Okay, that's not a freak. That's a Jesus freak, people. Remember that. Jesus freak. But he's a cool individual. I love listening to Alice, on his show Nights with Alice Cooper. He makes it fun. But anyway, so Royce has already mentioned what's gonna be on live on Sunday. It will be this Sunday, March 6th at 7:30 p.m. And it's called Sunset Strip's Most Iconic Nightclubs. Yeah, how cool is that? I'm actually excited. So he's adding a little bit of variety in there, make it not more fun, pardon me, just as fun and entertaining, and it's gonna be great. I can't wait, Royce. I'm looking forward to it. But anyway, check him out on YouTube. Royce in the House. He's just a great friend. He's has a lot of stories to tell. Oh, and Royce, Royce, when you were talking to me like just as I turned, arrived on Yard Street, you mentioned something about making dolans. And it was funny because right after I finished talking with you, after the show went live, I was talking to Jeff Davison. Making dolans is part of the original Hollywood Vampires. I had to look that up. Jeff Davison pointed that out to me. So shout out to Jeff. Thank you for the knowledge. I still want to keep getting shins for calling me out on camera, but thank you for the knowledge. But anyway, yeah, so check him out. He's fun. He's a good guy. He's fun to listen to. And then shout out goes to my friend Dan, who has a great show called Just the Facts, and just a lot of great videos on there. He's just so much fun to watch. He really is. And public domain videos to vlogs to my favorite one, perhaps, say when he was at Dimebag Darrell's grave and he was interviewing people about Dimebag Darrell. That was probably one of my favorite videos done by him, and superb journalism, damn superb. No shout out goes to my sister-in-law Stephanie. She has a company called Luca and Lily Boutique, and right now she's starting to gather. You can actually find her on Facebook and TikTok, Luca and Lily Boutique, and right now she's starting to gather things up for Easter. It's that time of year when we see those chocolate bunnies or those Cadbury eggs. Oh man, they luckily, the Delta variant did not kill my joy for those Cadbury eggs. No, no, no. I'll have to get some more, but usually I get Easter candy when they're on sale day after Easter, so that way, yeah, more food for me, more flaps for me. But yeah, but she's very, my sister-in-law Stephanie, she's a great craft. She does great crafts. She's very artistic, and she gave me some amazing stuff for birthday and Christmas. It's great stuff. So I'll definitely keep you all posted and want to know more. And speaking of Stefani, my nephew, her son Luca, my nephew slash godson actually, just turned 9. 9. Man, they grow fast. Gee whiz. But he's great though. He's a smart kid. He really is. Luca's a smart kid. So is Lily. Lily's just as smart too. And beautiful children. I can't wait to see him in May. It'll be great. It will be. And then of course, last one goes out to my friend Mac Jameson. I assume he's just been busy, but I'm also assuming he still has stories up. So check him out at dwarventeller.wordpress.com. The dwarventeller.wordpress.com. And he's just a gifted writer. I think it's cool. And yeah, so I think he's just busy being a dad, and he enjoys being a dad, and I'm happy for him. So yay. So that's all the shouts I've got for right now, people. So, and let's move on to the musical duo for tonight. So this band, oh boy, sorry, it's my elbows. When there's a cold front coming in, it's supposed to snow all weekend, my elbows just get crabby. Doesn't matter if I'm on new medication or what. But anyway, so this band, I started listening to them at the age of, well, I'm 39 now, sadly. So I'm looking at maybe 19 years old through my early mid 20s. And their music is just amazing, outstanding. And I really like this duo a lot because what I've noticed is that a lot of their songs have really impacted people's lives. For me, yeah, but I will say that their music actually causes me to sing along. And no, I'm not talking about the Monkees. We all know how far I will go, or I'm not, that's just, But this band, there's a couple songs which I'll tell you that make me sing like there's no tomorrow. But anyway, so the band I'm talking about is Montgomery. It's a country musical duo, Montgomery Gentry. So they are an American country music duo founded by the singers Eddie Montgomery and the late Troy Gentry, who are both Kentucky natives. They began performing together in the late 1990s as a part of the two different bands with Eddie Montgomery's brother, John Michael Montgomery. So if you're not familiar with John Michael Montgomery, he does that country song "Letters from Home." That's Eddie Montgomery's brother. And so, and what I like about Montgomery Gentry, yes, they have their twang, they have their country style, but they make it fun. I mean, really fun. And it's really great just to hear him sing. I missed the opportunity to see him at our Stampede. I don't know what I was thinking. Now, I was thinking about this earlier. I can't remember for the life of me what year it was, but I remember hearing that Montgomery Gentry was headlining at our Stampede, and I didn't go. For some reason, something just didn't register to me. I'm like, now this is when Troy Gentry was still alive, and I'm like, hello? Like, how can I miss this concert? I'm like, gee whiz. But I've been told I missed a good concert, so like, oh man. But that's okay. And I'll talk about Eddie Gentry a little bit later, like in a couple minutes or so. And so basically, Montgomery Gentry's timeline for their musical career, they released a couple of really good number of albums. So according to Wikipedia, 1999 through 2000, they released Tattoos and Scars. Then 2001 through 2002, Carrying On. 2002 through 2004, My Town, which by the way was a mega hit. 2004 through 2006, You Do Your Thing. and Something to Be Proud of, the best of 1999 through 2005, which, by the way, both are fantastic albums. In 2006 through 2007, Some People Change, which is true. 2008 through 2009, Back When I Knew It All. That's what the album's called, Back When I Knew It All. Sorry, the chorus got stuck in my mind. The 2009 through 2011, Freedom Hits and More, Life Beside a Gravel Road. That's a good one. 2011 through 2012, Rebels on the Run, and Friends and Family. And then 2013 through 2015, Folks Like Us. And then 2016 through present, Gentry's Death, Here's to You, 20 Years of Hits, Outskirts, and A. Montgomery's first solo album. Yeah, Troy Gentry did die. That, boy, was that tragic. Yeah, it was just, well, I guess I'll go ahead and tell you guys. Just give me a second. I didn't realize A. Montgomery even had a solo album. Yeah, sure enough. Cool. I guess we'll talk a little bit about Troy Gentry. So Troy Gentry, it was a tragic accident, what happened to him. So this happened in Medford, New Jersey. Troy Gentry, and it's according to ABC6. Troy Gentry, one half of the award-winning country music duo Montgomery Gentry, died Friday in a helicopter crash just hours before a concert, according to a statement from the band's website. He was 50. Authorities said the helicopter crashed in a wooded area while approaching the Flying W airport in Medford hours before Montgomery Gentry was due to perform at a resort that's also housed at the airport. The band's website called Gentry's death tragic and said the details of the crash are unknown. And so about 1 o'clock, police got a call of a helicopter that was in distress. Authorities said crews were able to remove Gentry, the passenger, from the wreckage, but he died on the way to the hospital. The pilot died at the scene, and crews were working to remove his body. So, and basically, they want to point out too that through other articles that I was looking up earlier is the fact that it was also the pilot's fault that happened. So I guess it's something to do with engine failure. And so, of course, nobody really knows. It's like, did the pilot even check the engine? We don't know. But unfortunately, both died, and that's just sad. And I can tell you, I was at the University of Northern Colorado. Yeah, you hear me mention this a lot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have. And I was actually on the third floor level of Michener Library, and I was just working on a project for one of my media classes. And word got out about Troy Gentry. My phone was dead, so I was on the desktop computer, and my Facebook went up, Troy Gentry dead. And I'm like, what? Sure enough. Yeah, I'm like, just blown away. And again, it's just like one of those things when you least expect it, it's just, good Lord, that just drives me crazy. It's just like, I mean, he was actually like one of the last people I would even think about being dead. Along goes with David Jones appeared, Torkin Mac Nesmith. He's like one of the last people that I rarely even think about. I'm just like, wow, Troy Gentry. Like, man, how can that be true? But Eddie Montgomery is doing a great job of keeping things alive, and we'll get to that soon. But anyway, yeah, so what I like about Montgomery Gentry is that, back to to the both of them, is the fact that they were able to really create some really good songs. I mean, they have like great beat, have even humor behind them. And I think and of course they're also known for their meaningful songs, which is just as good, but I really like their humor songs. I think one of my favorite humor songs from them, like, I find humor because just the way they use the dictation in the song. So their song was it, what do you think about that? And they're basically the song's about how they don't care what people think about them. And my favorite part of the whole song when they sing it blah blah blah, it's just like that's all you do is blah blah blah. I think that's great. Don't give a darn what everybody thinks. What do you think about that? I tell you what, Eddie Montgomery's voice is just superb on that record. On that record, yeah, that too. But on the song, just really good. I just really like at the end of the song how he just sings it out. It's just great. You need to check that song out. What do you think about that? Check that out, people. That's a good one. And I think another good one is actually a really deep one. I shall say would probably be, and this song actually grabbed a lot of attention, and man, just great stuff. So when they released their album, this was actually the first album by and that I actually checked out from the library. Now I was listening on Spotify not too long ago either. It's called "You Do Your Thing," and the title track to the song is just amazing. It is so serious, and so being the music journalist dork that I am, and I went on YouTube to watch the music video and read the comment section. A lot of YouTube users are saying like, you know what? Even to this day, I mean, there's a comment from 2 months ago saying this is what people need to hear right now. You do your thing, and I'll do mine. And what I've liked, and a lot of people can relate to what they're going through, and a lot of their people are also relating to what's going on within our society. And when I first heard "Do Your Thing," I really like the fact that A. Montgomery, the very last lines in the song, "You ain't my judge, because my judge would judge us all in one day. You do your thing, and I'll do mine." So I love that. Because basically he's saying it's like you're not my judge. Who are you to judge me? I have the real judge, and he's gonna be judging everyone when the time's right, all in one day. So go carry on with your thing, and I'll go carry on with mine. So I love it, and so yeah, definitely also check that song out, "Do Your Thing." And I tend to think that a lot of people relate to the struggles they have or whatever, and I agree. That song is a deep, deep song, but it's so good, especially when you articulate it to your life. You know, another great song by them. Oh, gee whiz, I'm trying to think here because there's a lot of them that really captures who they are as a group. And I think one of the songs that captures that is "If You Ever Stop Loving Me." It's one of the earlier hits, and man, that's a righteous song. It really is. I like it. It really shows you who Montgomery Gentry are as a band, and a lot of people, dedicate that song to people who have supported him, to people that they love. If you ever stop, God knows where I'd be. If you ever stop loving me. So that's just a good one. And then they're covered to some people change. It's just great, and it stands true. A lot of people responded with that, and it's true. People do change, but for change to happen, those people have to find the power within themselves to make that change. But that's a great cover. Some people change. That's a great cover. A lot of people what we call it, found themselves reflecting on some things on that. So that was cool. And then of course, their song "Lucky Man." I really like that song. I'm a lucky man. That's a good one too. I think it's kind of cool in my opinion. I think it's just a nice reflection of how guys are lucky, to still be alive, or how anyone can still be alive for that matter. That's a good one. And then of course, one of my personal favorite songs by them is called "Gone." Now, technically speaking, "Gone" is a sad song. It is a sad song, but it is so catchy. And the reason for that is that it's like, oh, how do I even explain it? I'm thinking like, gone, gone like a freight train, gone like yesterday. Oh, it's more of an upbeat sad song. I mean, I think the third time I listened to that song, I started singing to it, and while I was doing some work stuff earlier, I mean, I was just singing my little heart out, you know. And of course, the animals are hiding while I sing, but man, that was just a great sad song to sing to. And then, of course, the meaningful song, something to be proud of. That's just another great song right there because it's just a positive aspect. I think it's just to kind of remind people if you're working, although you're not making a lot of money, if you're working, that's something to be proud of. For hearing babies crying and being with the person that you love, that's something to be proud of. It's just a constant reminder. And of course, there are other sad songs like "Roll with," I'm called "Roll with Me" sad song, but I think it's I don't want to say sad period. I think it's more like a sentimental song. Sure, be nice if you roll with me. I like it. It means like I'll keep. And the way I perceive it, you just listen to the song, roll with me, and get back to me. Articulate that in the YouTube comment section, please. But what means to you? But for me, it just says I'm gonna keep rolling, but at the same time, it gets lonely. I appreciate it if you just roll with me. Be in the passenger seat with me. So that's a good one too. And also Speed. Oh my goodness, that's a good song. Yes, that was a clap. I love that song. It's about song about a lot of people relate themselves with this one too. It's about speed, just getting away from it all. Try and find that speed, just to get out from what's stopping you from doing whatever you want to do or who you want to be or you're trying to be, you know. But yeah, this is a nice song too, Speed. That's such a classic. Absolutely. Of course, no, and it's a sad song, but that's a good one. And of course, their song Back When I Knew It All. Okay, I'm gonna put this out there. Back when I knew it all. Just think about back when I knew it all. It's like, ooh, I don't think so. I think it's more that's more relevant to my parents or so forth. But that's a fun song. But what's really funny is the music video to it because it's kind of like they're dressed as their younger selves. It's hilarious. It cracks me up. Oh my goodness. Y'all just have to check it out. Trust me. You'll understand why I'm laughing at it. But man, I mean, it's just all these songs. I don't know how they do that. It's like they find a way to craft it, create these songs, and found a way to craft them, and boom. It's like they play like two chords or sing chords just once, and then boom, people start relating to it. I mean, I don't know how you do that. Is that it just shows you how that that music is universal, and I really think Montgomery Gentry have done a good job with really create using their fair share of life experiences at paintings and put it all in that writing and just give it to the people and they enjoy singing it. Now, there's one song that I will say, in my humble opinion, that jump started the duo's career. If that's the song My Town back in 2002. Oh my gosh, I love that song. I was actually watching a music video during lunch. This is my town. Na, na, na. And I think it's cool because it kind of gives like a life story of like a description of a small town. What's your small town? What's your small town? Or like their small towns in their hometown. So they kind of give you a good visualization. And at the same time, I think it represents a lot of people who are from small towns and kind of gives like listeners a feeling of I don't know a feeling of gracefulness and a vision of a beautiful small town place. I mean, I like small towns. I wouldn't call Greeley a small town. We're expanding, but I've moved to a couple of small towns before, and let me tell you something. That's cool. So check out the song "My Town." That's like old school Montgomery Gentry, and that's great. But yeah, and when Gentry, yeah, Troy Gentry died, that took a lot out of everyone. I mean, it took a lot out of Eddie Montgomery, and when Troy Gentry died, he left behind a wife and daughter. And I saw the tribute show to Troy Gentry. I think it was on, oh my goodness, CMT. I want to say CMT, maybe it was on their channel. I can't remember for the life of me. I think it was like on a country award show. And it was a beautiful tribute to Troy Gentry. And you know what? I'm going to pull up YouTube and we're going to watch it together. How about that? So YouTube, this isn't copyright because it's on your website. So yeah, and it really oh, okay, you got Troy Gentry tribute CMA. So it's at the CMAs. See if I can find like an actual performance. Of course, like then you see like this video of Vince Gill singing singing a song, A Celebration of Life to Troy Gentry as memorial. Let's see if I can find it. There are only clippets. Let's see, I'm trying to find it for y'all. Well, while I'm looking, and but what was really interesting is to see how many people, actually stood up and sang with Eddie Montgomery. Well, I'm not gonna show it to you guys, but you know what? Maybe I am. Here we go. Hang on, guys. Hang on. I'm sorry, guys. Here we go. So check this out. All right, so you guys can see it. We're screen sharing. I'm gonna put this up on volume. Okay, here we go. Watch this.
You booked a sunny Vrbo ski chalet with endless views of snow-covered peaks.
Watch this. This thing in my town. Check this out. That's Dirk Bentley. 3 hours. And this is a great lineup. Keith Urban's on the left. I love Keith Urban. Such a great song. Great tribute. Oh, this guy from Rascal Flatts. He's singing Rascal Flatts right there. My bad, I wasn't too good. That's it. Look at all the people standing up. Beauty of a tribute. Oh, guitarist from Rascal Flatts right there. What's really nice about this is how Montgomery Gentry has influenced these music stars and also people in the audience. There's the wife and daughter right there. Wife and daughter. Sister hits are doing well. There, yep, Eddie Montgomery right there. That's him. Eddie Montgomery. There's Keith Urban. There he is. Eddie Montgomery. Oh, that's powerful. Yeah. Look at all those people. That's just beautiful. Check out the early pictures behind them. One, your eyes, singing people. If you want me yesterday, $6 okay.
This is my town, baby.
Wow. I remember seeing this actually. Look at that. That is just.
So I've got my essay.
Yeah, blah blah
and
blah.
I've been working on it for
goodbye. Blah blah. See, man, just rewatching that, I'm not making stuff. I literally have goosebumps on my arms. I mean, that just shows you how much that duo inspired a lot of country artists and a lot of people, or Troy Gentry in that matter. And now I can actually recall I've seen this before when it first aired, and watching the late Troy Gentry's wife in tears, that oh, and it still hits my feelers, people. I still feeling it, like oh, but it just shows you how much that their music means to means to a lot of people, and just a great tribute for sure. And just wow. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just wow. Oh, let me know what you think about that tribute. What y'all think? Some of the artists on the stage singing the song, I mean, obviously we're talking about A. Montgomery, but we're also going to be talking about on the show Dierks Bentley. We will be talking about Keith Urban. I love Keith Urban. Love the dude. My dad and I used to go to his concerts a lot. What I mean by used to, he doesn't come around closer to me anymore. So, but man, we'll be talking about that. We did Brooks and Dunn. Rascal Flatts, I already mentioned that. Lady A, we're going to talk about Lady A. I love Lady A. I saw them at our Stampede in 2017. Was it 2017 or 2016? But anyway, so with that being said, let's go and talk about Eddie Montgomery. I mean, you guys just saw him on the tribute, and he's just a great singer overall. And I have a lot of respect for him as a performer because he's carrying on a tradition, and he's carrying on this big tradition of just carrying on the memories of Troy, carrying on the music, because people want to hear that. It's kind of what, in many ways, you could look at it like this. It's like what Mickey Dolenz is doing with the Monkees tour. It's carrying on that tradition, keep things alive for people, because there are people who want to hear it. And so, fact, me too. And so that's what A. Montgomery's doing. And I think he's coming to Denver this summer. So I've heard. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm not going to make it. There are only 2 groups that can get me down to Denver. So anyway, so what I didn't know is that Eddie Montgomery released his debut solo album, Closing Me Down, which actually was released October 29th of last year. And then the digital release, Viva Average Joe's Entertainment, will follow on Jan 28, 2022. That was 2 months ago. And so, man, I need to check that out. That's what I gotta do. I didn't realize this. Man, am I slow. So Eddie Montgomery has a solo CD. So I like that. The fact that he's keeping, Troy Gentry's legacy of life by performing Montgomery Gentry music, but he's also kind of doing his own thing at the same time. I like it. I'm down. I'm a fan. I love it. I love the title of the CD. Ain't no closing me down. I like that. You ain't no closing me down. I like that. That's cool. I can't wait to hear it. I might look it up on Spotify. So, and then, of course, with that being said, he's actually touring right now. It's actually dropped on my Facebook feed. And so this is called Official American Truckers Freedom Convoy, free event with registration, Dominion Speedway, Woodford, Virginia, March 6th through the 7th. Gates open at 10 a.m. Tailgate party featuring musical performances by Eddie Montgomery of Montgomery Gentry. Register at American Truckers freedomfund.com. That's cool. No, I'm not gonna register, but that sounds actually really fun. Sounds like a nice music / country fest, and that's something I'll be totally down. So I'm gonna close off Montgomery Gentry with this. They were part of my years as a younger adult, and and their music touched me because they were just so good with their songwriting and their performing. I'm like, holy cow! I mean, a lot of the songs they came out with, I didn't think any artist could top it. And they really stuck to their own roots. They weren't afraid to go out their elements. And when they did go out their elements with their music, they made it sound just fantastic. I love it. And I do miss Troy Gentry. He was another big piece of Montgomery Gentry. May him rest in peace. And I sincerely hope his wife and daughter are doing well. And I wish Eddie Montgomery nothing but the best with what he's doing. I think keep on keeping on. You have a purpose. Keep on keeping on, Eddie. Just keep rolling. Definitely got my support. So before I shut things down, what are your thoughts about Montgomery Gentry? Have you heard of them? If not, then you have homework. Look them up. Listen to their music on Spotify or on YouTube. That's your homework. For those who have heard of Montgomery Gentry, your homework will be, what do you think about them? What is the best thing about them that you like? At times I find that a lot of people have really good memories about them. And for me, my really good Montgomery Gentry moment or / memory would be just hearing their music. Their music found a way to reach into my soul and just shake it up, especially their song Gone. Now, I'm going to tell you straight up, Gone is probably one of my favorite Montgomery Gentry songs because the vocal arrangement is just stupendous on that song. I don't know who arranged the vocals, but man, the vocal arrangement is just killer. It's a fun song to sing to. It's sad, but it's a killer song. I love it to death. But seriously, what do y'all think about them? And if you have any Montgomery Gentry moments you like to share, comment in the YouTube comment section. I reply pretty quick. I like your reply. So before I close things off tonight, I'd just like to ask a popular opinion for you guys. I'm thinking about maybe adding a little bit of variety into my show as well. Don't get me wrong, I love music. Music has been part of my life for a very, 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 very eons ago, long time. And my question is, would you guys like to see some pop culture? For some of me, I know I'm a dork for pop culture. I think Royce, I think you remember me telling you this. I was thinking, and people, it's probably the first time you'd be hearing about this. I was thinking about doing a episode about Breaking Bad and the theories that are out there about the show. Think about it. I think it'd be kind of cool. Yes, I like Breaking Bad, partially because I like Bryan Cranston, one of my favorite actors of all time. He is. And then, of course, I also want to discuss, James Bond. I'm a James Bond. I love James Bond. I cried like a baby when I saw the last James Bond movie, which I don't think I'll ever fully recover. And what I think they're trying to do with the next person, whoever the next man will be as James Bond, I think they're they're gonna label the movie "Presumed Dead." I'm like, okay, look, if you're presuming he's dead, give Daniel Craig like I don't know $3 million, get him back in and work with it. I cannot see anybody go begin as James Bond after Dan- Daniel Craig killing off the character. If he's presumed dead, they get Daniel Craig back in there, just get him back in there. But if you're or you could just move on from that and start something new. I'm okay with that. I love the James Bond franchise. I've been a Bond fan since I was, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old. And majority of it's because my late grandmother and my mom watched James Bond all the time, and I just got stuck in it. And then my dad and I, back in our California days, or even when we visited California from here eons ago, we would go see James Bond, you know, a little bit after Christmas or New Year's before we traveled back. So it's kind of tradition in our family. So I like to talk about that. Of course, I'm a TV show dork, and we're gonna talk about I would like to talk about the show, Friday Night Lights to The Nanny. Yes, we're talking about Fran Drescher. Excuse me. There are a couple things I would like to discuss about that as well. Especially the one-liners. I tell you what, I don't know. They did a great job, of casting Daniel Davis as Miles the Butler because his one-liners just have me in stitches. I mean, some of them are so mean, but at the same time, I'm just like laughing in tears. I'm dying. I'm laughing. Oh my goodness. I know I'm not sharing them. They're just not nice, but you'll hear them at some point. And then, of course, I want to talk about Alan McBeal and John Bon Jovi as Victor and tell you about what I thought about it. And then, just a whole bunch of pop culture. I'd like to talk about the Monkees TV show. That'd be a good one to talk about. Because I know Rice grew up with Monkees as well, and there are a couple of monkey lovers out there who listen. So, yeah. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Would you guys like to see a variety of music and pop culture? Just mix it up a little bit. Let me know in the YouTube comments section, and let me know. But I'll tell you what, I never told you guys about my week. Well, I'll give you guys a pretty good visual. It was like in the 60s, almost into the 70s. So nice that as of, I don't know, 4 hours ago, we're in storm warning. And this will explain why my elbows are kind of crabby still. I'm like, yes. Every time it flares up, my fat elbows get crabby and my torn tendons get angry in my left shoulder. But I was enjoying the weather. I'm sitting on the back deck enjoying it. And next thing you know, we're expecting 6 inches of snow. Well, at least Smokey and the dogs will like it. Me? I'll stay inside. Thank you. I mean, well, okay, I'll say this right now. Thursday, when I go to Orange Theory Fitness, well, it's supposed to be 27 degrees. Ugh. But I have to do this for me. I need to be Peter Tork inspired me, so I have to be my own hero, and that's what I'm trying to do along the way while helping everybody else. So, but anyway, I'm gonna leave it to you guys. So let me know if you think about the pop culture thing. And tell me what you thought about Montgomery Gentry. If you haven't heard of them, your homework is to listen to their music and get back to me. So until then, you guys stay safe, stay healthy, and if you guys are gonna be freezing like I am, stay warm. If you're not, you're so lucky. And Royce, did you know? Oh shoot, did you know? There's a rumor going around that the 49ers might be trading the tight end George Kittle. Yeah, they're trading him because they might be trading because he keeps getting hurt. I don't know. A lot of people have mixed responses. My response is, well, I can see why, but that'll be a huge loss for him. I'll think about that. I mean, he looked good in orange and blue. That would be great. But yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen right now. I don't even think at this point Aaron Rodgers is going to be orange and blue. I think he's gonna get that $50 million contract to stay with the Packers. Oh well, it is what it is. All right, so good night, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I'll see you next week. And if I see you any earlier, it'll be because it will be a new podcast special episode for the Cheyenne Frontier Days artist announcement. Do take care. I'll catch you guys next week or before then. Bye.